What is going on, guys? I am back with part 3 on how to build this suburban house, and in this video I plan on finishing the exterior of the building, which includes the front porch as well as the closed off patio at the back side of the house, and I'm also going to be doing the landscaping around the house. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the front porch first. So I have some pillar quartz blocks, quartz slabs, quartz stairs, dark oak wood slabs, block of quartz, and dark oak planks. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with my pillar quartz block first, and I'll go to the left hand corner. So as you can see, we already have this corner here. And then I want to skip over 4 spaces from that towards the front of the house. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th block, I'm going to place one there. So it should be lined up with that pillar there. Then I'm going to skip over to the right 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th block, I'm going to place one. Then I'm going to skip over another 4. On the 5th block again, place one, skip over another 4, and just keep skipping over 4 until you reach the other corner. So after we place this one, we have one more. So right there, another 4 spaces. So now we have the pillars marked out for the front porch. Now I'm going to place 6 more on top of this, so it's 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from the top to the bottom is 7 in total. Okay, so there we go. It should look like that as of right now. Okay, so now you want to go ahead and switch to your quartz stairs. And as you can see, at the right side, we already have these upside down quartz stairs here for part of the roof. So what I'm going to do is connect my stairs to that. And I want to make sure I'm 1 block higher than these pillars. And I want to make sure I'm overhanging by 1. And I'm going to bring this all the way to the other side and connect it to the roof over here. So we got that quartz right there. You could turn this and connect it like that. So as you can see, I have 1 block of space all the way around the pillars, and I'm 1 block higher than the pillars. Now, you could go ahead and switch to your dark oak wood slabs and place a layer all the way around on top of the quartz. And then what you want to do is go up another half a block and place another layer right here all the way around. So just follow along the edge of the wood. And then you just want to go up 1 more layer and just fill in all the rest of the space with your slabs. So 1 more layer like this. You could go ahead and fill this all in until you reach the other side. And then we have the roof and the pillars for the front porch. Okay, so there we go. That is what the front porch is looking like as of right now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is use my dark oak wood slabs and dark oak planks to do the floor for the front porch. So first, I have my dark oak wood slabs, and I'm going to place 4 in between these pillars right in the center, so it's lined up with the door. And let's go ahead and delete this diorite underneath the door and replace it with dark oak planks. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the space with my dark oak planks, but make sure not to do it in between all of the pillars. So the only space that we have wood in between the pillars is right here. You just want to leave all these other spaces empty. So I'm going to go ahead and fill all of this in. It's a little hard to see, so it's pretty self-explanatory. So once again, don't fill this in or any of this. Just have it like right inside all of the pillars. Okay, so there we go. It should look like that as of right now. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch to our block of quartz and fill in the ceilings. So I'm going to start at the same layer as all these quartz stairs. And I'm going to go ahead and just fill all of this in. And you could go ahead and delete this bottom layer here that you may have placed, because we actually do not need it. And it's kind of interfering with our ceiling. So do the same thing here as well, and replace it with blocks of quartz. Okay, I almost got it done, just doing the last few spaces. Okay, there we go. Now we have the ceiling for the front porch, and it's at the same layer as these quartz stairs. Next, let's go back down to the spaces in between the pillars at the bottom. You could go ahead and switch to your quartz stairs and place them upside down in between all of these spaces. And then after you do that, you could switch to your quartz slabs and go up half a block and place a railing just like this. Okay, so there we go. We have the base of the front porch and the railing. Now, let's go to the top in between all of these spaces. And you can go ahead and continue using your quartz slabs and place 2 right in the center of each space of 4 in between all of the pillars. And then you can switch to your quartz stairs and place them upside down on the right and left corner next to those slabs. Okay, so there we go. That's what it's looking like as of right now. Now, in between all of those spaces, you can continue using your quartz stairs and place them on each side, right up against the pillar like that. So right underneath the stairs that we have above it. Then you can place 2 quartz slabs in the middle, and then quartz slabs underneath. Then you could do the same thing in between all of these spaces. The only space you're not going to be putting the slab at the bottom is the middle space where the doorway is. So you have a stair here, 2 slabs, and then 4 slabs underneath. And then for the space in the middle here, just a stair on each side and then quartz slabs. That's it. No quartz slabs underneath. Then you could just do the same thing for the rest of these spaces. So some slabs in the middle and slabs underneath. Okay, so there we go. Now we have all the detail added to the front porch, and it should be looking like that as of right now. The only thing left to do are the sea lanterns in the ceiling, but I'm probably not even going to do that in this video. I'll probably just do that when we actually start doing the interior. But as of right now, this is what the front side of the house is looking like. We could then head on to the back, and we can start doing the closed-in patio area. So now I'm at the back side of the house, and we're going to go ahead and start doing the closed-in patio space. So as you can see, we already have our door marked out where we're going to have it. And you're going to want to grab some pillar quartz blocks, quartz stairs, dark oak wood slabs, block of quartz, white stained glass panes, and some dark oak fences. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start out with my pillar quartz block. And I want to make sure to go off to the left hand corner. And instead of being lined up with this pillar, you want to go off 1 space to the right. And then you want to skip over 2 spaces away from the house. And then you can place your pillar right there. Then you want to skip 4 more spaces, and on the 5th block, place 1. And then skip over 2 more and place 1 more. So that is going to be one of the walls for this space. Then you want to skip over 2 spaces from that corner again and place 1. Then skip over 4. Place 1 and skip over 2 more and place 1 again. Now you just want to do the same thing as that side. So 2 spaces. And then 4 spaces. So you're lined up with those pillars over there. You should have 2 spaces remaining at this last area. Okay, now you're going to want to bring up these pillars 5 more spaces. So there's 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have the pillars marked out for this closed-in patio area. You can then switch to your quartz stairs, and we're going to place them upside down at the top edge of all of these pillar quartz blocks. So in between all of the spaces, just place some upside down quartz stairs at the top. Okay, so there we go. You can then switch to your white stained glass panes, and in between every space where we have 2, it's going to be completely filled in with white stained glass panes. We're also going to completely fill in this space of 4 here. But for the rest of the sides where the space of 4 is, we're going to have a doorway. So fill in this as well. And then this space of 2. And then for this door, or for this space of 4, we're going to have a doorway. So you could bring up white stained glass panes on each side. And then curve out the bottom one. And then curve out the 3 at the top. So the second space from the bottom is going to be a dark oak fence. You can then completely fill in the 2 spaces at the side over here, as well as this side. And then we're going to have another doorway in the space of 4. So bring the pillar, or not the pillar, but the white stained glass all the way up. Then curve out the bottom and curve out the 3 at the top. And then you can fill in the second space with your wood. And then this last space here, once again with your white stained glass panes. Okay, so there we go. We have all the walls brought up for this little closed-in patio space for the backside of the house. Okay, now you can switch to your quartz stairs, and you can place them upside down 1 block higher than everything else. So I'm going to bring it out 1 block so it's overhanging all the way around, and we're 1 block higher than all of the walls. So then after you do these stairs all the way around, like that, you can then switch to your dark oak wood slabs, place a layer on top of the quartz stairs, and then you want to go up another layer and place some slabs all the way around again. And then you just want to go up 1 more and completely fill it in so it's all flat. So it's going to be the same way that we did the front porch. So 1 more layer like this. And then you can just go ahead and completely fill in the top. So this is going to be the roof for this closed-in patio space. Okay, so then after you completely fill in this roof, you could then switch to your blocks of quartz, go on the inside and fill in the ceiling. So just go at the same layer as these blocks of quartz stairs. So we're like right at the top edge of the door and the windows. So on the same layer as the upside down quartz stairs. Okay, so you can just completely fill this in. And then, yeah, that is really all we're going to be doing. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also need to grab some clay. So that's what's going to be used for the floors in this space. But for right now, let's just go ahead and fill this in. and we're going to be using clay for the floors, and we're also going to have an outdoor patio space. So this is like a closed-in patio space. We're also going to have a little concrete patio space out here. So this is what the backside of the house is looking like as of right now. Okay, now you could go ahead and grab some clay, and we'll start on the exterior first. So like the outside of this space. We'll start right next to this pillar, and you could just carve out a hole until you just have one space remaining until you reach that pillar. So I'm gonna bring this in. As you can see, I'm not lined up with that corner. I'm just one block of space away from it. So we could go ahead and cut out all of this grass. You could also cut out all the grass underneath and inside this patio space as well. And then you can replace it with your blocks of clay. And I kind of just think that the clay looks more like concrete instead of the actual concrete blocks themselves. So that's why I'm using this. So just go ahead, cut out all of this grass and replace it with clay. Okay, so I just finished filling in, or just finished carving out all of the dirt. You can then fill in that space with your clay. So it should look like this. And then we can head on to doing all of the actual landscaping at the front side of the house as well as the backyard. And then that will be all I'm going to be doing for this video. So what is this, part 3? So the video after this, we will then be doing the interior of the house. So I'll probably have maybe like 2 or 3 parts for the interior. And after we have that, then we have the house completely done. So let me finish filling in all of this. And then we can head back onto the front side of the house so we can start doing the landscaping. Okay, so there we go. I have all of this filled in, and then I have a little space out here. So now we can head up to the front side of the house and we can begin doing the landscaping up there. Alright, so now I'm back at the front side of the house, and just for right now, you're going to need some spruce wood, wooden pressure plate, podzol, coarse dirt, granite, bricks, brick stairs, lime terracotta, and green terracotta. Okay guys, so I went ahead and cut out the holes for the lower layer for the garden areas. So I'll start at the left corner where that pillar is, and you just for now cut out the holes so you could keep up and then fill this in with spruce wood. So I have 4 spaces here from that corner, and then 4 more, and then 3, 2, 1, and then you just kind of want to turn it, and then have 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, 1, and then you could turn it again, have 2, and then 3, and it should match up with that pillar there. Now you could start at this pillar. You could cut out 3, 2, 1, and then you could turn it, 2, 3, another 6, go back in, 3, 2, 1, then turn it, 2, 3, and 4, and it should stop right there at the edge of this wall. Okay, now you could go ahead and cover up that wood with some wooden pressure plates after you actually place your wood. Like I said, in order to keep up, just feel free to cut out the holes first, then fill all of this in, cover it up with wooden pressure plates. So this is going to be the lower layer for the garden area. We're then going to have another shape on each side that's going to be 1 block higher for the raised garden areas. But as of right now, you should have 2 shapes like that. So now for the raised garden areas, you can start at the left side first. Make sure you have your spruce wood. And we're going to start right here at the edge of this pillar. You can then place 3 going towards the left. Then 2, 1, 2, and 3. Now you can cover that up with wooden pressure plates. So this is going to be the shape for the entire left side, like that. Now for the raised shape on this side, it's going to be a little different. So we're going to start right here at this pillar. We're going to place 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, or wait, whoops, oh man. Yeah, okay. I was confused. So I'll go up above. We started right there at the pillar. We have 1, and then we have 2 there and 2 there. And then we have 1, and then we kind of like turned it. We have 2 and 2. And then we have 1, and then we turned it into that pillar with the last 2. So it should look like that. You could then cover this up with wooden pressure plates again. And now let's go ahead and cut out all the grass at the lower levels on each side. Okay, now after you cut out all that grass at the lower layer, you can then switch to your podzol, and for now, let's just fill this all in, and then we're going to have a random mixture with our coarse dirt. So like I said, for now we'll just completely fill this in with podzol. You could also do the upper layer as well. So just like this, fill it all in. Okay, so I filled in this entire side. We're then going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so now I have both sides completely filled in with podzol. You can then switch to your coarse dirt and just randomly place this for like a little random pattern to add more texture to the garden areas. So go ahead and fill in all the random holes that you may have cut out with some coarse dirt. So it should look something like this. Just kind of even it all out. So I think that should be good. You can then do the same thing for the rest of the spaces. You could do the same thing on the other side as well. So I have this side done. Now let's do the other side. Okay, so now I did this side as well, so it should look like this as of right now. Okay, now I'm going to start cutting out the shape for the driveway, which is going to lead off to the little path which leads to the door, but just for right now, let's do the driveway. So I'm going to start right on the edge of the pillar here, and I'm going to cut out towards the front all the way up there, 25 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now I'm going to go off to the left and cut out another 10 blocks So including this space is going to be 11 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should be lined up with the edge of the door over there. Then you could bring this all the way in. Like I said, we are lined up with the edge of the door. Let's go ahead and cut out all the rest of this grass. So I'm just finishing with cutting out all that dirt. You can then switch to your bricks, and for right now, let's place a solid layer within the shape, and then we can add the texture afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead, completely fill all of this in with bricks. Okay, so I filled in all of the space with my stone brick. Now I'm going to start cutting out a bunch of random holes, and I'm going to fill it in with some granite. Make sure not to cut out too far like I just did. I'm going to have to fix that. So let me continue doing all of this. Okay, so something like that. That should be good. Let me fix this. Whoops. Okay. Now you can switch to your granite and just fill in all of the holes that you placed. Or not that you placed, but what you cut out. And then after you do this, we could then switch to our brick stairs. We're going to be cutting out a few more holes and filling in some random stairs to act as kind of like little holes in the driveway. It gives it a lot more detail, adds texture. So let me finish filling this in. I almost got it all, and I'll show you what it looks like as of right now. So maybe if you don't want the stairs, you actually really don't need them if you don't want them. It's all up to you. You don't need this texture either. You could just leave it as solid brick. I just think it looks a lot better. So as of right now, it looks like this, and you could definitely leave it like that if you want to leave it like that. But just to add a little more detail, you can then switch to your brick stairs and just start cutting out a few spaces here and there and just replace it with some stairs. So I have like an L shape like that. I'll probably place like another one like there, like right there, not like there. And then like that. So yeah, just kind of randomly, not like all over the place to where there's too much, but around there, like around there should be good. Maybe another one here. We'll have maybe two there. We'll have another L-shaped one. Put one there. Whoops. So yeah, as you can see, this adds a little bit more detail to the driveway. And we're also going to be doing this for the little path that we're going to have around the garden areas as well. So let me see, what do we got? Here, let's add maybe like one more here. Okay. So that should be good. So it looks like that. Gives it a little bit more detail. So that is going to be the driveway as of right now for the garage. Okay, so now as you can see, I went ahead and cut out the shape for the little pathway here. So I'm gonna start at the side of the driveway. So I left 2 spaces at the front. So I'm gonna be starting at the second 2 spaces. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in with bricks, but just for right now, start cutting it out first. So you just want to cut out 2 spaces here, and then 1. And then you could kind of turn it, cut out 2, then 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 3. 3, and it should stop right there at the edge of this wood. So from up above, we have the shape for the walkway. Now let's go ahead and cut out all the grass within that shape, and we could then fill it in with some brick. After we fill it in with brick, we could use our granite and stairs to add the final touches of detail. Okay, so I just finished cutting out all of that space. Now let's go ahead and fill it in with our brick. Okay, so there we go. I did the shape for the walkway. Now we're going to do the same texture that we did for the driveway. So I'm going to cut out some holes first and fill it in with granite. And then we could cut out a few more holes after we do the granite and fill them in with the stairs. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty good, pretty evened out. Now you can switch to your brick stairs, and I'll start right around here. I'll put a stair there, maybe like 2 here, so it makes an L shape. We'll have another one turned in that direction, maybe another one here. We'll have 2 like that, right there. So yeah, just kind of even it out, but don't have too many. You don't want it to be too overboard, then it just might look a little weird. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Maybe I could have like 1 more here. Okay, there we go. That looks good. So now we have the driveway and the walkway to the front door. So as of right now, this is what the front side is looking like. And now we just have to use our lime and green terracotta to start cutting out all of that grass and replacing it with strips of these blocks so it looks like mowed grass. Okay, now let's go ahead and start doing the shape that we're gonna have with our lime and green terracotta. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at the left side, right along where we have these blocks of wood. So we're lined up with the pillar at the corner, and I'm gonna cut out around like 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then maybe like 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just gonna keep bringing a shape out until we reach the edge of the driveway over there. So maybe I could have a longer one here, so like 6 or something. So I have 6 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we could just do the last strip so we meet up with the driveway. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, I say that's pretty good. So you just want to kind of have like this rounded off shape. So it starts over there at the left and it ends at the edge of the driveway. So it doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but have a shape something like this. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and cut out all the grass within that shape. Let me go ahead and clear my inventory. Let me grab those blocks again. And then I'm gonna grab a potion of swiftness. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted. Where is it? This one. So I'm gonna use that so I could cut all of this out quicker. So I'm gonna cut all this grass out within the shape, and I'll see you guys when I have it all done. Okay, so I cut out all that grass within the shape. Now I'll go ahead and start out with my lime terracotta first, And we're gonna have some lines between the lime and green, a little pattern facing that direction, so going back and forth in that direction. So I have my lime and I'm gonna place 2 blocks here. Then I'm gonna switch to my green, place 2, then switch back to my lime, place 2, but like 4 in total, so you bring it all the way in. So you're just gonna have 2 spaces each time, and then you just want to like switch back and forth between them, and every time you have more space you just bring it all the way in. So it looks like this as of right now. So then we want lime here, so bring it all the way in. So just 2 spaces wide, but have it as long as you need it. Alright, and then green, so we're gonna have 2 spaces here, and then it looks like just 1 space with lime. Alright, now I'm gonna switch back to my green. I'm gonna have another strip here. So just keep doing this until you have all the space filled in. Okay, I think I got almost all of it, just a few more rows. Okay, so we have 1 more space there, which is going to be just 1 strip of lime green terracotta. Alright, so there we go. If I go up above, I have some strips like that, so it looks like mowed grass. And now let's go ahead and start doing the garden areas. So I'm just going to clear my inventory. I'm going to go to the decorations. I'm going to grab some oak leaves. And then maybe some ferns. We want tall grass. Some blue orchids. Then all of the taller flowers like the rose bushes and stuff. Maybe one of these. And then I decided to actually do something a little different than my normal gardens. And I added some melons, which I thought was a cool touch. If I could find them. It's in the food. Oh, wait. No. Where is it? Back here? Where are the melons? Are they in decorations? Oh yeah, they're right there. Okay. So yeah, I have some melons. I thought I'd add some of those in my garden. It looks pretty cool. So first off, I'm going to start at the left side. I have some oak leaves, and I'm going to place a bush in the corner back here. So you could just place them randomly like this. So that should be good. And then you can maybe have another one down here. Okay, and then I'll have like one here in the middle. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead. We'll have like one more right here as well, and then that should be good. Okay. Now we'll have another one here, and then maybe like just a few more, kind of similar to the other side. Alright, that should be good. Maybe like one more block there. And then I think I'll just have 2 more back there in the corner, none over here. So 1 here. And then 1 over here. And what I think I did with this one is I deleted these pressure plates and I like brought it down over the wood. So I had a really big one over here. So I would say, I think that should be good. So something like that. You don't have to have it like that, but that's how I did it. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and just place. Here, let's do the melons first. So I'm just gonna place them randomly like this. Just have a few in each area. We'll have a couple up here, and then we'll do the same on this side. And after you do this, you can then just use a bunch of flowers and randomly place them until you have all the space filled in. Alright, let's see how many we have. Okay, there's definitely too much here. Let's delete maybe like this one and this one. We'll put this like in the middle. Okay, I think that should be good. So something like that. Not too many. So now I'm just going to use a bunch of flowers. And I'm going to fill them in randomly in all the rest of the space. And if I have any space left over, then I'm just going to fill it in with tall grass and ferns. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll see you guys when I have it done. Okay guys, so I just finished filling in the garden areas, so it looks something like this. Just a bunch of random flowers, we got some melons, bushes, and then the remaining space I filled in with grass. So now, that's actually going to be it for the front side of the building. I am going to have a little basketball hoop over the garage door, but for now, we did like all the landscaping stuff. Now I'm gonna head to the back side of the house. After we have that done, we could do the basketball hoop, and then that'll be it for for part 3. And I just remembered we could actually grab some oak leaves and just wrap it around the shape for the path like this. I normally don't do this, but I thought it still looked pretty cool. Added another little bit of detail. So just do this and stop it there. And then what I did was went right along the side of the driveway over here. And I just wrapped it all the way around the house. So just like this. And then I brought it all the way around here. Into there. And then I stopped it like right around there. Okay, so we are going to have some strips of grass back here as well. Or like the color, like the terracotta. So we're just gonna have like regular grass underneath these bushes. We won't even worry about putting it under there. So there we go. And then I think what I did was continued bringing the bushes from here and around this side of the house as well. And then I stopped it like right up here where the garden is. So just like that. Okay, so that's good. So now the front side has some bushes around the pathway. So that's the front side of the house. Now we can head on to the back. Alright, I'm at the back side of the house now, and I went ahead and did the shape that we're gonna have for the yard. And you don't have to have it exactly like mine, but if you do want to have it exactly like mine, then I'll go ahead and count all of the blocks. But you guys could feel free to just maybe have a perfect square for a backyard. You can have a fence around it if you want, but I just decided to have a random shape for the yard, and then I'm just going to place some strips of lime and green terracotta. So I'll start at the left side, and as you can see, I'm lined up with the bushes right here. And I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I turn it. I have 2, 3, 2, 1. I turn it. I have 2, 1. Then I turn it this way. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6. Then you could go back in, you could have another 5, 4, 2, 1. Then you could turn in this direction, you have 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. Turn this way, 2, 1. And then turn this way and you have 2, 3, 4, and 4. So all you really got to do is make sure that the shape is lined up with the oak leaves, like the bushes on each side of the house. But you could have the yard however you want. I just decided to have a cool little shape to it, so it's a little different than my other backyards. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my lime and green terracotta. And at the front side of the house, I have it going in that direction. But at the back side, I'm going to have it going from the house all the way back to there. So it's going to be going in the opposite direction. So I'm going to start with my lime. And I'm going to place 2 here. So 2 rows like that. Then I'm going to switch to my green. And I'm going to place 2 rows next to it. And you could just cut out all of the dirt and just replace it with the colors as you go. Or you could just feel free to cut out all the dirt right away and then just do all of the strips afterwards. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to grab a potion of swiftness and I'm going to start cutting out all of the dirt within the shape. And then I'm just going to fill it in with strips of lime and green terracotta, just like that. Okay guys, I'm just now finishing up with the strips like that. So it should look something like this. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but this is what mine looks like. So I'm gonna have a little garden area with a tree off there to the left. I had a trampoline here and then a grill. That's all I had in the backyard. So I'll go ahead and get some podzol and coarse dirt. We'll start cutting out a shape over here for the little garden area. So I'm just gonna basically do it random. So maybe like 3 spaces there, then 2, 1, 2, then maybe like 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see, 1, and then, well, actually we'll have 2 there, then 1, 2, and then 2, 1, and then we'll have that 4. So something like that. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Just have like a random circular shape, or however you want. You could just have a square, you could have a rectangle, an oval, but I just did it randomly like this. So now I'm going to first fill all of this in with podzol, and then I'm going to cut out a few random holes and replace it with coarse dirt, so we have a little bit of extra texture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a tree in the middle, and I'm going to try to get a big tree, and then I'm going to use a bunch of flowers and stuff and fill in all the space. So do something like this with the coarse dirt, kind of just even it out in between, or between the podzol and the dirt. I would say that's pretty good. So now I'm gonna grab an oak sapling, a glass block, so it would be, where is it? Oh, it's up here. This, and then we also need some bone meal. Okay, so I'm gonna put the sapling right there in the middle, and then I'm gonna place a glass block diagonal from it. Let me save my game just in case if I don't get the tree I want, I could just reload and try again. So let's go ahead. We'll see. Hopefully we get lucky with the first one. And we did not. I guess I could just delete this and try again. So you could just have a big tree here. I'll just skip over this part because it might take me a little while. So then after I do this, we can then start putting a bunch of flowers and stuff around it. Okay, I got a pretty decent tree. I think that should be good. So that was my second attempt. Good enough. So you just want a big tree there to kind of make the yard look a little bit better. So now I'm going to grab some... We're probably not going to have any oak leaves. Let's just get some tall grass and a bunch of flowers. Alright, I guess you could have some melons back here as well. So we could have maybe one there, probably around 3, so something like that. And then I'm just going to place a bunch of random flowers. And then I think I also, I had some wood around this shape with some wooden pressure plates, similar to the garden area at the front side of the house. So first, let me fill all of this in with some flowers. And then we could do the little wood shape around it. And then we just have the trampoline, the grill, and then a few more details at the front side of the house. Okay, there we go. I think I got it all filled in, so it should look something like that. Now I'm gonna grab some spruce wood and wooden pressure plates, and I'm gonna cut out holes just right around the border of all of this dirt, and then I'm gonna replace it with some spruce wood blocks facing upward, and then we're gonna cover up the spruce wood with wooden pressure plates. So like that, and then we can place these all upward around it. Then we could cover them up. Then we could go ahead and start doing the trampoline. Okay, I accidentally flattened out some grass there, but I'll just leave it. So we have a patch missing. So there we go. We have a little space there with a tree and some flowers. And then I had a trampoline over here. So you could grab some cobblestone walls, string. Well, first here, let's see. All right, so cobblestone wall. You could grab gray carpet, and I'm just gonna use maybe like red. And then you could grab some string. So I had a rectangular trampoline here. So maybe like one cobblestone wall there that we could skip over 3 spaces and have another one. We'll skip over 4 spaces like that. And then we'll skip over 1, 2, 3. Have 1, 1, 2, 3, and then one more there. And then we can have one in the corner there and there. So that is the rectangular trampoline that we're gonna have. So you can now fill in all of the space within the cobblestone walls with string. You can also fill in all of the space in the middle. Okay, and then you can switch to your red carpet and place them on the border. So just wrap them around like this, and then the space in the middle we're gonna fill in with gray carpet. Okay, so that's a nice little trampoline design you could do. Now let's go ahead and start doing the grill. So I'm gonna get some blocks of cobblestone, some cobblestone stairs, cobblestone wall, iron trap doors. We want, whoops, I didn't mean to grab that many. We want some furnaces, and we'll start there. Well, actually, let's grab a flower pot, and I think that's all we need. So we're going to place 2 blocks of cobblestone like that. So you can just have it like in the center of this space here. And then I'm gonna place two cobblestone stairs on each side. Yeah, actually what I'm gonna do is have 2 blocks and then 2 cobblestone stairs, so we have some extra space. You could have 2 furnaces. On top of those you could have some iron trap doors. We need to grab some cobblestone slabs as well. We'll put 2 behind the furnaces, and then we'll have a wall, and then like a flower pot right there. And maybe we could turn that. There we go. So yeah, I think that should be good. So that is going to be the grill at the back side of the house on the patio. So that is going to be everything in the backyard. Let's head back up to the front. We have a few more details to do up here. So first off, make sure you have your cobblestone wall. I'm gonna grab a red concrete block, some white stained glass panes, and a hopper. And I'm gonna have a little basketball hoop here above the garage. So I'm gonna bring this out to cobblestone walls and then red concrete. I'm gonna wrap around some white stained glass panes like this. So this is going to be the backboard. And then underneath we need a hopper. So what we're gonna do is have a hopper underneath and then like going off of it like that. So there we go. That is going to be the basketball hoop. You could have a cobweb underneath to act as a net, but I'm not going to do that. So there we go. We have a little basketball hoop over, like right above the garage door. Okay. And then a few more details on the front porch. So all I really did, we could grab some birch fences and dark oak wood slabs. Well, actually, we'll do birch slabs and then dark oak wood fences. So like mix match it. So I'm gonna have a little here. Let me get a potion. I'm gonna have a little swing right here. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stairs or fences going down, and then you can skip over 2 spaces and have another 5. So we're lined up with this window right here, and then you can have some birchwood slabs. So that is going to be the swing. Very simple. And then over here I just had, we could grab some I'll just use birchwood stairs. I'll have 2 next to each other like that in the center of that window. And then I'll have spruce wood, wooden trapdoor, and oak leaves. So we have spruce wood, some wooden trapdoors on the side. So we're lined up with that light gray concrete. We'll do the same on this side. And then you could just cover up the top with 3 oak leaves like this. On the table, you could go ahead and grab some flower pots and maybe some blue orchids or whatever flower. And there we go. So that's going to be the front porch. And now that is also going to be everything for part 3. So now in the next video, which will be part 4, we will then be doing the interior of the house. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for part 3 on how to build this suburban house. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 4. Later.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had